I just want to start with a lot of gratitude for you taking time to show up. I also want to say just how deeply sorry I am for the ways in which this has impacted you, and that I've had an opportunity to talk to some of you. I have gotten many email messages, Facebook posts. I've heard from alumni. I've heard from friends of the college, and so I certainly have somewhat of a very deep picture around how impactful the decisions that we needed to make in lieu of the budget has been. So I want to start there. For today, I called the meeting because I wanted to have an opportunity for you to have a space to come to ask questions, to raise your concerns, to hear additional things that you think that we should know, consider. I have also asked the president and my colleagues from the president's cabinet to join me so we could all hear your thoughts and concerns firsthand. When I sent out the message this afternoon, I shared that President DeCoudreaux is going to actually have to leave a little early, and so I'm going to yield what I have to say right now to highlight a couple of things and give her an opportunity to speak and spend most of our time today either hearing from you, if that is what you would like to do. I will raise a couple of highlighted information that I want to share with you, and then I know some of you have expressed that your interest is that you didn't feel that your voice had been heard, and so you're not interested in speaking today. So I want to be able to honor that space and sit in silence with you. And I plan to be here through 5 o'clock and answer and field any questions that you may have. So with that, I'm going to ask President DeCoudreaux.
Thank you, Dr. Joy. And I'd echo my thanks to all of you for taking the time to come to Dr. Joy's meeting this afternoon. First of all, I just want to say that I am very, very mindful of the fact that this is a difficult time for all of us in our community, most especially for those who were laid off, as well as those of us who care about them and who care about their families and who have a sense of how difficult this is for them. It's not easy for any of us within the Mills community, and I want you to know that I'm very, very mindful of that. The decisions that we've made that resulted in the elimination of positions, and specifically the 6 layoffs that we implemented yesterday, were not easy decisions to make. That said, they were very important decisions for us to make, not only for students today, but for students in the future. It's imperative that we do everything we can to balance the budget and to make sure that we are preserving Mills College and all that we stand for today as well as into the future. Again, I know it's very hard. It's hard for us to lose people that we care about. And there are people that we've worked with, that you've worked with for much longer than I have, who are no longer with us. That's not easy for any of us. That said, the services that we're providing will continue to be provided. So I want you to know that we've been very mindful of the need to ensure that students receive the services that they need. So with that, I'm sorry that I'm not able to stay for your entire meeting. I wanted to be here, however, so that I could listen and learn what's on your minds. I'll stay for as long as I can. I'll turn it back over to Dr. Joy, and if you have questions that I can help answer, I'll do so.
Thank you. So as I said earlier, that there are just a couple of things that I want to highlight because I do not want to assume that everyone has had an opportunity to look at their email, to see a message, to know exactly what's there. So we could all in real time hear some things together. And then my plan really is to just open up the floor if there are questions that or concerns or comments that you all want to offer, to just be here to be able to listen to those and, if appropriate, to respond. There was a memo that went out just a little bit ago that shared a little bit more information about the layoffs. Some of the things that were highlighted in that memo is that there are 15 positions across campus that have been eliminated. 6 of those positions actually had incumbents, people who were occupying those positions at the time. And those folks were informed about those positions on yesterday. You know, many of you, some of you had the opportunity to speak with them before they left, but most of you did not. And so for the Division of Student Life, there were 3 positions that were eliminated as of yesterday. Those positions are Director for Services for Students with Disabilities, Director of Career Services. I'm going to share that. The Director for Social Justice Initiatives, and I believe I said the Director of Career Services. My Director of Services for Students with Disabilities, many of you know, is Jeff Miller, who served in that role for a very long time, has impacted many students, heard from so many students in less than 24 hours, and folks, so I want to take the time to make sure that I do in fact speak their names. The Director for Career Services, Kate Day, again, have also heard from lots of students over the last 24 hours, and who, you know, feel very impacted by that decision, and so want to make sure that I speak her name. And the third person, Gina Rosenbaum, the Director for Social Justice Initiatives, again, have heard from many of you, and want to make sure that I speak her name. There are also some other shifts that are happening effective July 1 in the Division of Student Life. And those shifts are, we will no longer be able to offer track and field to our students. So we will continue to have cross country, but we will not be able to offer track and field. We will continue the service of our wellness and community outreach position, but that position is shifting from a director level to a coordinator level, and it also will be an 11-month position. There are some additional shifts that are happening immediately in the division to try to provide some support services for our students that there have been many gaps, and we have heard from you about those as well. Particularly, I want to highlight that we are in a position to add more opportunities for students to get service in our counseling and psychological service area, which I hope will make a difference and a dent in our waiting list that many of you have been on. And then there is we didn't simply just eliminate positions, but in fact needed to look at doing a full reorganization to try to see ways in which that we could merge positions and figure out how to continue to provide services. That said, what I want to concentrate on today is really the impact that it is having today, and I hope that in the future we will realize even greater support for our students, but that's not today. Today is a difficult day. This semester ending in this way is a difficult time, and I want to acknowledge that, and that's a time where I want to stay. I also have heard from many of you that you were disturbed by the way that you didn't have an opportunity to say goodbye to staff, and that I want you to know that our plan is to reach out to each one of them and see if they would be amenable to having an opportunity to be able to say goodbye to students. That may not be something that they choose to do, but we will be reaching out. And I know that there also have been students who have wanted to have contact information, and if we are able to provide that, then we will do that. With that, I am going to stop my comments and really open up the floor, as it were, to you. Thank you.